Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 7. I know I say it every time, but it still feels strange to say Season 7, the final season. It's so tough because I want to keep watching, but I know obviously there's a limited number of episodes. And there's like over 100 episodes, so I can't really complain. It's a long-running show, but still, I've really enjoyed watching the seasons and the series, so it's going to be tough when it finally comes to an end. In the previous episode, we saw this love spell over this high school boy named RJ that, you know, Buffy fell in love with, Dawn fell in love with, Anya and Willow fell in love with, and everybody was taken over, and definitely led to some comedic moments. Don't think it was the best episode of the season, but I found it entertaining, and sometimes it's just nice to take a break from, you know, the constant chaos and, you know, the world-ending stuff that we deal with in Buffy. So I enjoyed it, but I'm curious to see where this episode's gonna go, because I feel like the last episode we didn't really advance the plot or anything like that. It was just, you know, Dawn trying to figure out, you know, navigate dating and the boys in high school, and of course the guy that she likes is from a love spell. Episode 5 I thought was really well done, and typically after we have a really strong episode, the next few episodes aren't as strong because, you know, they put all their energy into that one episode, obviously. So I'm not really sure where this episode's gonna go. I'm really enjoying the season, and yeah, like I said, it's definitely bittersweet that it's the last season. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Usually we don't have... Okay, interesting. Yeah, usually the title doesn't come up like this. Was this the day that the episode aired? I'm curious. Are we doing like another musical episode? What's going on with this like cold open? Willow falling asleep over her textbooks. Buffy's in the graveyard. Yeah, I'm curious to see. It's an interesting start.
You keep circling around. Just drive straight in.
I really didn't ever need to see these two again.
No one's getting flayed alive. We've got a plan. We're gonna fix all that.
How? Is he still in love with Warren? Yeah, why are you back?
I didn't like it there. Everybody spoke Mexicoan.
Joyce? Joyce is in this? Oh no.
Desde abajo te devora.
It eats you starting with your bottom.
Oh my, that's grim. How are they just gonna make it worse?
We're outlaws with hearts of gold.
Not even a little bit. Yep, oh my gosh.
Oh! She'll think it's blood.
Oh god.
Spawn of evil.
Dawn's home alone, yeah, and enjoying the crossbow. Was that just a marshmallow? Just one marshmallow? That's gonna explode. This kid needs some hobbies. She got company?
So, this is the UC library, huh?
Cassie's dead. So what's going on?
I saw your picture.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of weird because we never really met.
I liked Cassie, I'm so sad.
The end, and here I am again, chatting you up.
Yeah. Ironic.
Well, it was like, why am I talking to a ghost?
It's just... She asked that I come talk to you. It's important.
Who's she?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you or anything.
Who asked you? What are you talking about?
Tara?
Well, she says even though you can't hear it, she still sings to you.
My heart?
Oh,
I have so many goosebumps. Oh my god.
well, he's clearly a psychopath.
Let me know if that's a real movie, though. I know it's a sidetrack, but oh my gosh, Tara! Ah!
No, there's not Tom Hanks. Well, what channel are you on?
Oh, you got ghosts. Yeah, the TV's still going. I hope that's a real movie.
We went to school together, European history. I let you crib off my Václav Havel essay that time. You really don't remember me?
No, a long time ago. If the electronics are acting up, you know something's— oh my god, that's gonna be weird to explain. Yep, Buffy's gonna be mad about that. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, or marshmallow. Yeah, it was a bad idea. Oh no. Oh, the glass. Oh my gosh.
Dawn?
No. That's Joyce.
Mom?
Through the radio. Oh my gosh, we got a poltergeist situation going on.
Okay, junior year, spring production of Pippin.
She's like, I don't remember you.
Great. Strong. Like I'm connected to a powerful, all-consuming evil that's gonna suck the world into a fiery oblivion.
Why do they keep saying stuff like that?
I'm the Slayer. It's sort of a thing.
So what? You like fight vampires professionally?
That's one way to put it, yes.
Pick 'em.
So all that time you were a Slayer?
The.
The, like, as in the only one?
The one and only of every generation, the chosen one. Have you missed the intro?
Come on, pick up. I don't know what to do. Do it again. I heard you.
Oh my god. With her mom on the couch behind her. No. No. If she was there, and in the position that she died in, that's too much. I can handle ghosts, Casey, but this is too much. Yep, they got ghosts. Mother's— what? What is happening? I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I don't understand. Stop! Stop it!
Yeah, she keeps hearing that slamming noise also. Oh my god, I don't like this at all.
Yes. Once for yes. Twice for no.
Now she's like communicating with this thing.
Mom?
Oh god, I got so many goosebumps. Once for yes.
It's you?
But Joyce wouldn't be that angry. What's going on?
Are you okay?
No! Definitely no!
Mommy? Are you alone?
No. 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 Oh my god.
Maybe we should go get Buffy.
No way.
We should just tell her what we know about the seal of Danzelflower.
Think McFly.
About the what and the who now?
We help her destroy it. We save Sunnydale. Then we join her gang and possibly hang out at her house.
Not gonna happen, buddy. That's how they're gonna fix it? There's something in the high school? We knew there's like a big center, obviously, of the high school of demon activity.
Nice job.
Oh, it's Ghost Warren? Frick, come on, man.
Died and I ended up a Mexican.
We've been over this. Now, that death thing was all part of the master plan. Come on.
Don't believe a word he says, Andrew. You're better than this.
Do you think maybe Willow could kill me too?
Hey, don't worry. Our short round pulls off his end of the bargain, we'll both become gods.
So now they're still bailing on Jonathan. What about you jerks?
Because of what you did.
What?
You killed people. You can't see her.
Oh, God. That's so tough.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
And she can hear me? Tara?
Oh, no.
What? Did she go away?
She's crying.
No.
Oh, no.
No, me too. Oh, God, Tara. It hurts so much.
Oh, my heart, it's not ready.
It can,
How? You're gone.
but you're not.
Oh. Just one episode without crying, please.
I do. I remember.
I'm glad she at least gets to talk to Tara, even if it's through Cassie, but still, oh my god, just a ball of tears over here.
You're reaching out, they're just not coming through.
It's different. I think you're confusing me because you're evil.
I kind of enjoy it because I'm evil now. But you should just ease up on yourself. It's not exactly like you have the patent on bad relationships.
I wasn't expecting Buffy to have the heart-to-heart with this random guy.
Come on, isn't this insane? I mean, I was afraid to talk to you in high school, and now we're like mortal enemies.
And he's like happy about that.
Nemesis?
Is that how you say
Nemesi? The plural of nemesis?
We're gonna have to fight to the death, aren't we?
Yeah, you're gonna die eventually.
And fun catching up. I haven't really kept in contact with many of my friends from high school. Guess I'll be looking them up pretty soon.
You're gonna be dust pretty soon there, buddy.
Anything to
You
you?
think I'm gonna let you go kill a bunch of people? You know I'm sworn to.
No, I get the battle against evil. That's not the issue.
There is no issue. Don't issue me.
Just answer.
She's like, don't backtalk me right now.
Fault was your parents' divorce.
Oh my god, low blow.
Insane troll logic. What do my parents have to do with it?
Troll logic.
Your opinion.
They both had a lot of...
And what is that frickin' thing in the background? Because it looks like a ghost, and it's creeping me out every time they cut to it.
He cheated. I think he cheated.
So,
Yeah, she hasn't talked about her parents in a while.
a little bit. That the reason you have trouble connecting to guys is because you think maybe they're not worth it.
This guy
Better than
takes
that.
one psych class.
Say, there's that bloodlust I was...
World in high school, all chosen, all destiny. Who could live with that for 7 years and not feel superior?
I mean, he's got a point.
What I've let myself become. My best friends don't even...
She's definitely cut herself up from her friends. But still, like not recently, but like in the last, you know, few seasons.
things to me that... I'm sorry.
I hate seeing Buffy cry.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Oh, God. Oh. No. Come on. She was having such a nice heart-to-heart, and then this guy attacks.
I hear you.
Who is with Joyce? That's what I'm worried about.
I hear you breathing.
It sounds like a dog or something. Like this heavy breathing.
Are you hurting my mother? Are you keeping her from coming back to me?
Oh God, stop flashing the ghost. It's too much. It's horrible.
I see you. I'm coming towards you, okay?
Don't do it. Oh my God, what the frick was that? What the frick was that thing?
Let her talk.
That's gonna haunt my dreams for forever. What the frick was that thing? Some kind of like demon was right on top of her. Oh my God.
She's my mother. I'm staying.
Oh, Dawn. Oh my God, with the white eyes. So creepy.
Part of me wishes I could go back.
Everything's shifting around. I feel like we're in Hellraiser.
I don't like that movie reference. He is terrifying.
If this lines up, what we're looking for should be right under there.
Oh! Oh my God. I don't trust Jonathan and Andrew for a hot minute. Get him, Buffy.
Moment for you.
Okay, but are you killing me because I'm evil or because you opened up?
Both? She's like, now I'm just mad. Oh!
Isn't as simple as quitting it all cold turkey.
It's too dangerous. You can't take the chance that you'll lose control.
She can't use magic ever again?
She says
What?
you're not gonna be okay.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Why? Stop. No, we just did this. Come on. No. And if they can, like, see the path that she's on, they're trying to steer her away from it. I don't like this. We just did dark magic, Willow.
Everything drops away. All the cruelty, all the pain, all the humiliation. It all washes away.
I don't think Andrews is over it. Yeah, with Ghost
I
Warren.
never knew I existed. I miss them all. I want to talk to them, you know?
Jonathan was always, like, the nicest out of these three.
Well, I still care about them. That's why I'm here.
Because he thinks this is gonna save them. Oh my gosh. Well, that's horrible. Cheese and rice.
I cast you from this place. It is your poison and your pain.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so terrifying.
From your flesh.
Go Dawn, though. I mean, she's trying. She's being very brave. Even though this is freaking terrifying. She really wants to talk to her mom, obviously. Oh my gosh. That poor house.
He loved me. I mean, in his own sick, soulless way. He really did care for me.
I honestly do think Spike really loved Buffy. Again, in a very sick and twisted way, but...
If you'd rather just fight,
Tell me.
I feel like I'm worse than anyone.
Oh, that's not true. No.
Boyfriends, I feel like I'm not worthy of their love.
That's so tough to hear her say that.
They haven't been through what I've been through. They're not the Slayer.
I think they still love her, obviously, without having the same experiences that she's had.
But Buffy, everybody feels alone. Everybody is. Until you die.
Sad but true, I'm afraid.
Speaking of...
It's like, let's get back to this fighting thing.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, you know, there's some things you can only tell a stranger.
Yeah, I think she found it, like, weirdly comforting to confide in this guy because she's gonna kill him, obviously.
Spike is pretty...
Hold it.
What?
Did you say Spike?
Who is this person with Spike? Yeah, we met at the bar, but, like... They obviously know each other.
I cast you out with the strength of those who love me.
And, like, just, like, blood all over her face. Oh, poor Dawn. The voice cracking finale. Oh, she means it. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Well, they might need a new house after this. Oh, of course. Cheese and rice. Poor Dawn. Oh, my God. She did it, but, like, that was tough. Oh, Joyce looks so pretty. I'm gonna cry again, I know it.
You saw my path? What do you know? What did you see?
You don't want to know what we saw.
Oh, God, we just did this.
Well, how can I not? You're telling me I'm gonna murder all my friends. I'm not strong. I'm not an Amazon.
Oh, gosh.
One thing. One thing you could do to stop it.
What? Anything.
And you could see her.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Unalive.
Isn't it?
That's not Tara.
Of course.
So go.
Tara would never tell her to tell that.
Safe and you'll be together again. It's not that bad. Really.
Tara would never say do that.
Going to sleep.
Except forever, it's the big sleep. This is something else. Something evil.
What do you mean, how? He was the guy that, oh, what's the word?
Sired.
Yeah. He was the guy that sired me.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Now Spike's attacking people. He has a soul. What is he doing?
Listen, things are on their way. I love you and I love Buffy. But she won't be there for you.
What? What?
Why are you...
When it's bad, Buffy won't choose you.
What does that mean? What does that mean? No, stop.
No! No, don't go!
Come on, man, really? Oh, that's horrible. What is... Oh, so many questions.
Suicide thing was too far.
What? What? They just killed Jonathan?
Who you are. I stand by my opinion. The world would be a better place if you took a razor blade to your wrist.
Oh my gosh. What is happening?
Candlelight. The Indigo Girls playing. Picture of your dead girlfriend on your bloody lap.
Oh my god.
You don't know hurt. This last year is gonna seem like cake after what I put you and your friends through, and I am not a fan of easy death.
What?
Balancing the scales thing, I'm over it. I'm done with the mortal coil. But believe me, I'm going for a big...
No.
You, it devours.
Oh, not it. Me.
Who is me? Who is this thing? What? What? It just turned itself inside out and then disappeared? Good night. Jonathan, oh my god, this poor kid. His blood spills over this symbol. Why do I feel like that's like the sacrifice they need or something to open up this terrible thing? Well, now she's mad for other reasons. Spike siring things again. Oh. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 7, Episode 7. Another crazy episode. So much happened. I feel like we had, Episode 5 was really good. The last episode was, entertaining. And then this episode was just insane. Like, so many pieces happened and I'm trying to process everything. It was a lot. I honestly almost felt like it was going to be a two-part episode because things were still happening. Usually reach that point in the episode where you're like, okay, I can tell things are wrapping up. They're having this, debrief. They're, talking about things. But no, this was just chaos on top of chaos on top of chaos, and it didn't really seem to slow down. So yeah, I'm very curious, especially with how we started the episode with like the title coming up, which is not normally what we do, and the date and time. I'm assuming that's when the episode aired in, the real world, when it was on TV. So yeah, let me know in the comments, but that's my guess. And when we started off at the bronze, I was thinking maybe this will be another musical episode. That's the direction we're gonna go, but no, it was this cold open and then just using that song as a way to show where each character was. Xander wasn't in this episode at all. Anya wasn't in this episode, and they usually, like, maybe not Anya in every episode, but I feel like Xander's at least in like 1 or 2 scenes, but nothing from him in this at all. And even Spike had some scenes in this episode which were horrible. But yeah, a lot going on, some big things happening, and we finally get to meet, the big bad for this season, not in its real form. We find out that obviously it can take on the form of other things because it appears as, Cassie pretending to be Tara, but then like folds in on itself and disappears, which was terrifying. And, Dawn taking out that thing that's, attacking Joyce, and oh god, just a lot happened. And I definitely got teary-eyed when we did think it was Tara, talking to Willow, because obviously that's still, very recent, and Willow talking about how, like, she's processing it and she's not okay, and how, she's really struggling, and, is putting on a brave face, obviously, but I'm sure she thinks about Tara every day. And the fact that they kind of used Warren's death as a reason why she couldn't see Tara, I was just like, oh, Willow already feels guilty about that because obviously it was horrible, but to put that in there, like, well, you could see her if you hadn't done that, I'm sure just made Willow feel even worse. But then to not have it be Tara at all, and to use this, premise, like going right for their soft spot, like the weakest, their most vulnerable thing, the thing that they love the most. Like, obviously Willow would love to talk to Tara again if she had the chance, but that was not the case, and whatever this thing was knew that, and, you know, used that as a way to try and get Willow to unalive herself, which was horrible. And at first I was like, okay, you know, I believed that Tara was trying to warn her about using magic and like she's gonna go down this path. I was like, we kind of already just did that, you know, in the previous season, and they were able to pull her out of it. And you know, she's referencing all the things Giles brought up. Like he said, if I stop, you know, completely, it's almost worse. Like if I go cold turkey, then at a certain point I'm going to break and just go too far, because she needs to do like a little bit, you know, to keep it. She's an addict, obviously, with magic, as we know. And if she has a little bit, it's not so bad. But if she just doesn't do it at all, it's going to become extreme. And we did see her use magic in the previous episode, but nothing crazy. And to see that used against her as well, like, well, you'll kill all your friends. Like, again, Willow's like worst nightmare. And, you know, just they really know these characters, which I think is terrifying, that it's not like this, you know, creature showed up and was telling her like, oh, stay away from so-and-so. Like they were actually going right for the, you know, peak vulnerability and, you know, areas that would target Willow the most. Seeing Joyce again was so tough, and I started, getting teary-eyed at that, because it was such a tough death scene for her, and to see her literally in the background on the couch that she died on, with this creature on top. It was a very, very quick flash, you know, of the light, and you just see this thing on top of her, and it was just this black demon, but like in human form, you know, literally hovering over top of her. And that was gonna haunt my dreams. That was so freaking scary. And, you know, the banging sounds of Joyce, you know, saying yes or no, like she's not alone. And I thought maybe it was going to be like hellhounds or something. They were going to go that route, because it sounded like growling and, you know, like a dog. But whatever this thing was, you know, good episode for Dawn, tough episode, but man, she came through, she pulled it out, and she was able to get rid of this thing. And Buffy's going to be very upset when she comes back to the house. Glad that Dawn will be okay, obviously, and that poor Dawn wasn't even able to talk to Buffy. You know, she doesn't have her cell phone, or her cell phone's a different part of the cemetery, and Dawn has to figure this out on her own, and is able to put together this spell to get this, you know, like reminded me of Poltergeist, get this thing out of her house, basically. And even it tells her to get out, and she, you know, is defiant. And obviously Dawn has been around supernatural things, but at this point, this feels like very intense, and she doesn't have Buffy to back her up. She doesn't have anybody else. She's literally by herself and has to face this thing. And we know how strong, you know, Dawn's bond was with her mom. So I think that's what was keeping her going, knowing that she had to save her mom, and she just wanted to talk to her mom, because that's not something she's had an opportunity to do for a while. And even, you know, very, very brief conversation, she would do anything for, just like Buffy would do anything to be able to talk to her mom again. And that's exactly what we saw, was Dawn, you know, fighting this thing off, and you know, gets these huge cuts on her face and literally has like blood coming out of her mouth, and is still, you know, just unwavering, saying her spell like at the top of her lungs, you know, screaming it out to try and talk to Joyce. And Joyce, of course, delivers a very ominous message. And out of all the pieces that we had in this episode, Joyce seems to be the one that I would trust the most, because she's, after Dawn got rid of that thing, I feel like that was genuinely Joyce, and saying that like when it comes down to it, Buffy's not going to choose you was just so tough to hear. Maybe it was the big bad infiltrating Joyce, but I don't think so. Again, we'll see as the episodes go on. Please no spoilers, but you know, I think when she got rid of that thing, it was Joyce. And I know this show does everything intentionally, and I think that's Dawn's worst fear also, is that Buffy won't choose her. And I don't know what situation would come up where Buffy wouldn't choose Dawn. So yeah, again, please no spoilers, but I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. I feel like this is an episode that you reference a lot and need to go back to, because I feel like there's so many pieces here. We had that scene with Spike at the bar as well, and when this girl came up to him, I thought maybe they know each other somehow, but obviously we see what Spike does. He, you know, bites her, and then we find out that the guy that Buffy's been talking to in the graveyard was also sired by Spike. And when he was like, oh, you know Spike, it was like, if you're a new vampire, you know, like Buffy was waiting outside of his grave, which seems to be something they do only with fresh vampires, like some people who've recently turned. And, you know, with the mud the dirt over the grave was still like fairly new. And then her face when she finds out that it's Spike that sired him was just so tough, because while they were talking, she just says like, oh, my ex relationship or my past relationship. She doesn't mention him by name until the end. And that's when they're obviously able to figure it out. But oh my gosh, it was just... And Spike has his soul back now. So like, how? What? And he's not supposed to hurt people because of the chip. Like, I have questions. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out what that's gonna mean. And yeah, it's just a lot that I feel like will be revealed later. We lost Jonathan in this episode, and I was hoping he would get away. We knew Warren and Andrew were plotting against him, but when it was Andrew and Jonathan, took off, I thought, silly me, that, Andrew would have had a change of heart. And it seemed like, when they were in jail, he realized that Warren wasn't coming back. And, Andrew's the only one who can see Ghost Warren, and obviously is encouraging Andrew to do this. And I'm very worried that Jonathan became the unintentional sacrifice as Andrew stabs him. He falls on this symbol that they've been digging up at the bottom of the high school, and you see the blood spill and like fill all the empty areas of that symbol. And yeah, I'm very worried. We know that these things, often require a sacrifice, which is terrifying. And I feel like that was Jonathan. And I liked his character. Obviously, he was hanging out with people who were not the best. And Andrew's just being a jerk to him the whole time and talking about how nobody's thinking about you and nobody's missing you. And, even Jonathan saying like, oh, do you think like we'll get to hang out with them after? Like, do you think they're going to invite us, to be friends? Like, clearly just wants to belong. And we've seen that, Jonathan been in a few episodes before he had joined up with these two idiots, and he clearly just wants to be accepted and belong somewhere, and picked the wrong people to put his trust in, clearly. But I was hoping he would get away, but obviously we know that's not the case. And to hear Jonathan talk about how he misses his high school friends and like wants to catch up, it sounds like he was turning a corner, even though they're doing these horrible things. And they thought that saving Sunnydale would set them back onto this path. They would fix things and be able to function, but I don't think there's anything they could do to fix what happened. And that the fact they were going to bring in Buffy, like they were going to find this thing and then show her, I feel like should have been a red flag, because their entire motive was to try and kill her, before. So why would they suddenly now be working with her just because Warren is gone? That was a little suspicious. And of course, we know from previous episodes that the high school is obviously a beacon of demon activity, and especially under the principal's office. It was definitely interesting to see Buffy, pour her heart out to this stranger vampire that she definitely didn't remember from high school, but was pretending to, and, has this big conversation with him and tells him literally like, and then this happened and this happened. And I think there's like a weird, I don't want to say comfort, but a weird level of like acceptance, is like she's not going to feel judged by him. She can tell him whatever she wants, and A, she knows she's going to kill him because she's a vampire and she's the Slayer, but B, I think also just like they have no pre-existing relationship. They have no, other than, yeah, again, her not recognizing him from high school, but like they don't know each other very well, and I don't think there's any predetermined expectations. She can just pour her heart out, and he was listening and, was asking questions and maybe called her out on a few things, as well as her feeling, superior, and having that level of feeling like inadequate, but also superior at the same time, which I think is probably pretty accurate. But, that's not a conversation she could have had with Willow or with Xander or, even Dawn. Like, she just needed to, like, talk to somebody. And this stranger, again, he's not going to tell anybody because he's not leaving the graveyard, like Buffy said. So she can say whatever she wants. And obviously at the end, finds out what Spike's been up to. But yeah, it was definitely interesting. We haven't really had like an in-depth monologue from Buffy like that in a while, where she's just, talking about how she feels about certain things and probably being a little bit more candid than she normally would, and him like pressing her on things and kind of pushing back a little bit and not just letting her say whatever she wants. Like, I feel like he was trying to dig a little bit deeper and get more information and actually explore these topics. And he said he went to like his psychology was one of his subjects in school as well. They're talking about family, and even brings up like her parents' divorce, and they're talking about like these doomed relationships and how she can't commit. And I mean, again, I think there's probably a little bit of truth in that as well. And he has this outsider's perspective of, he can just say what he sees without having like, Willow may not say those things to her because she doesn't want to hurt Buffy's feelings, or maybe can't see her in the same light as a stranger would, because a stranger is going to be completely objective, whereas obviously Willow and Xander would, you know, have feelings and, you know, care about her and might see her in a different light, and that was not the case with this guy. Overall, I thought it was a really, really good episode. It was tough to watch, and there was so much going on, and, you know, these separate stories. We've got, you know, Jonathan and Andrew, Buffy and this guy from the graveyard, Willow and Cassie / Tara, and Spike, and, you know, Dawn and Joyce. Like, all of these pieces, I think, worked well together despite them being separate, and the majority of the scenes with those characters, like Willow doesn't leave the library for all of her scenes, like Buffy doesn't leave the graveyard for all of her scenes, like they were these little self-contained vignettes, but I think all still connected because obviously the big bad was involved, and, you know, I think they did a good job hiding it until the end. Like, I fully thought that that was Tara, you know, that was talking to Willow, and had no idea, you know, to suspect differently until, of course, that they suggest that Willow unalives, and I was like, nope, that's not Tara. Tara would never say something like that. And, you know, maybe it was a little bit of Tara at the beginning, but again, I don't know the powers of this thing, but it clearly is terrifying and dissolved into each other, and like just curled itself up as like its skin lifted off of Cassie's face and just disintegrated. So terrifying. And, you know, it definitely looked just like Cassie, like it wasn't a ghost version. And that's why I was like, did Willow fall asleep? Like, what's going on? Is she dreaming? And especially with the way the episode started, I was kind of anticipating a different tone. So I was like, maybe this is a dream sequence. Like, is that what we're doing? But it was definitely a lot for 45 minutes. And, you know, we lose Jonathan, which was tough. I know he's not the best character, but I think he still had some redeeming qualities. And to see Spike has been siring more vampires, I don't know how that's happening. And, you know, Buffy having this big heart-to-heart in the graveyard. Dawn being awesome on her own and, you know, saving her mom and being able to get rid of this thing in the house. And that's a big moment for Dawn for sure, especially since like the previous episode she was stuck in some love spell, and now she's, you know, able to kick out demons by herself from her house and, you know, talk to her mom who passed away. It definitely makes me want to watch the next episode right away, because I feel like this episode was laying the groundwork for a lot of bigger pieces. You know, Willow being warned never to do magic again, even Joyce saying like Buffy's not going to choose you. Like, I definitely feel like there's a lot of messages in this that are going to come into play later on. So I'm nervous and excited to see where this is going to go and how it's all going to, you know, come into, especially with the last season. Like, they need to, you know, solve all of these things by the end of this season. I do know there are comic books, so I will get into the comic books after I finish, because I believe the comic books are season 8. I know there's a couple versions of the comics, like I have some that I don't think are a season, but I will do a video about that because I am new to the comic book world, so I want to make sure I'm doing them in the proper order. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Was that just a marshmallow? Just one marshmallow? That's gonna explode. If the electronics are acting up, you know something's— oh my god, just— oh, my heart, it's not ready. Troll logic. So kind of like Demon was right on top of her. She can't use magic ever again. It just turned itself inside out and then disappeared.